Whoosh, massive. Ever since I've been about 16, I've had a very keen understanding of what my life will look like one day. It'll be successful, I'll have plenty of money, I'll be able to do all the things that I dreamed about, all the things that I wanted to do with a complete freedom. But it's only been in the past 18 months that I've really started to understand more of the how, not just the what. And about 18 months ago is when I made the decision that I'm actually going to make this happen now. And the time for just trying a few things, for hoping for something to happen by chance, is over. That it was time to lock in, and the time for that success was now. So there's a few things I learned along the way in the past 18 months, which have been massive in actually making that jump and making that real progression in my life. Originally, I came to Thailand for 6 months. This was the first time I'd ever tried anything, the first time I'd really gone for it. But the big mistake I made with that is I had this idea in my mind that when I come to Thailand, things will change. I will be a different person because I've gone to a different country. I bought a cool GoPro, I bought the camera accessories. I'd never made content before. I'd never taken steps to do the things I wanted to do in Thailand before. But I thought just changing my location was suddenly going to change who I was as a person. I was going to work harder, I was going to create content, I was going to do all these things. And then what happened is once I touched down in Thailand, is I was just being a lazy in a different time zone. That was the only difference. It didn't actually fix any of the core problems I had beforehand. Up until that point, I'd tried multiple different side hustles to try and get rich because I already knew there was no way it was going to happen from working a corporate job. So I tried drop shipping, I tried day trading, all these sorts of things I'd put some effort into, but had never really seen it all the way through. I think the longest I'd stick with something would be 3 months of hard work. Now, once I saw I wasn't getting results, I'd give up and I'd move on to the next thing. I met a guy in Thailand on my first trip who was big in the affiliate marketing space. And I started to work with him and building up our own agency. And then I came to a realization when we were doing that, is that you can make anything work. It's not about the side hustle you pick. It's not about the mission you have being a good mission, a bad mission, an easy mission, or a hard mission. You can make anything work so long as you stick with it and you're prepared to fail enough to make the mistakes it takes to actually be successful at something and to actually be good at something. And I know now, if at 16, once I started jumping around all these different side hustles, if I'd stuck with one then and I'd just spent months or years learning it, I would already be rich. I would already have done it by now. And so I made the decision, I'm going to stick with affiliate marketing. I'm going to see it through when it gets tough. I'm going to work on this all day, every day. I put everything down. All I was doing was affiliate marketing, working out, eating, that was it. Only 3 things in my day. I put my phone down, I cut out all distractions, and for 3 months, I'd work 10, 12 hours a day in affiliate marketing, get my exercise in, and that was it. And then in those 3 months, the first 2 of them we saw almost no money, maybe a couple of $1,000s a month, not including our expenses. And then in the 3rd month, suddenly we got 15,000 each paid out. There was this massive jump because we were doing all this work without seeing the reward because we trusted that one day our efforts would come back to us and we could do the maths. We could see if we lock in for 3 months, this will work. There was no hope about it. There was no let's work hard and hope the universe brings us something. We just locked in because we knew we would make it work and we weren't going to leave it up to chance anymore. We were going to make this happen. Our best month, I think we had on that was $50,000 each. That was our best month. And so once we built this up, I thought, this is the time. This is the time I'm going to leave Australia permanently, sell everything. I'm heading to Thailand. I'm taking a big step and I'm going to build a very real life out here. And at this stage, I thought I was pretty cool. I thought I had it all figured out. Because, I mean, if you're making $50,000 in a month at 20, I know that's nothing compared to what a lot of people do out there in this day and age. But to me, that was massive. I thought, I'm the shit. I've done it all now. That felt like success. That felt like the finish line. And the entire time, somewhere deep in my mind, I had this thought that I'm doing this to try and get rich so I can be finished, so I can be done, so I can just relax and enjoy life. That was my mission. That was my why, fundamentally. And so when I came out to Thailand and we experienced this feeling of we've done it, we've made it, I slacked off. That first 6 months that we spent building the company, I hadn't touched anything to do with nicotine, alcohol, cannabis, anything like that. I was 100% clean. I was just working. First night when I landed in Thailand and met back up with my mate, all 3. So I let that discipline slip immediately because I felt like we'd crossed the finish line. I felt like we were done. And what happened after that actually is the very next month, the company went down. The affiliate program we were using stopped paying out. They shut it down. And so basically we were back at 0 again. It was finished. And so I spent probably 3 to 4 months after that, just trying to make enough money to pay the bills so I wasn't losing money. I was still spending a lot. I was still taking a vacation each month. I was still spending money like I had it coming up my ass, even though that wasn't the case anymore, because I didn't want to acknowledge and I didn't want to come face to face with the fact that maybe I wasn't as cool as I thought I was initially. Maybe I hadn't truly made it out. Maybe there was still more work to be done. And after a while of that, I realized that what I need to be doing is building a life, building a work routine, building an obsession, which I want to do every day. Not something that I'm doing just so I can try and escape it in 6 months' time and slack off. So I've taken a bit of a passion project in content creation. I'm still doing affiliate marketing in the background because that's something I know a lot about. That's something I understand. It's a bit of a bank, a guaranteed income for me. But now with my switch to content creation, I'm doing something now that when I achieve success, I'm not going to have any urge to want to slack off. I'm still going to have difficult days. We all have difficult days. I'm going to have days where I don't feel like posting. And on those days, that's when it's most important for me to keep my promise to myself and post anyway, because that's just life. That just happens. We got ups and we got downs. That's normal. There's nothing wrong with that. But the key change in my mindset with my approach now is I'm not doing it for the end result. I'm not doing it because I'm chasing, I need money, I need this, I want that. Because I found the more you chase something like that, the more it runs. I'm doing it now because I enjoy the process and I just want to put in the best work I can. And I know deep down, I know that if I do that, I will get the results. So there's nothing to stress about. So my key takeaways from this 18 months would be, 1, problems are always personal. They're not to do with your situation in life. Running away somewhere for 6 months to go discover yourself, learn something, yes, it's helpful, but it's not going to change who you are. If you can't do the work at home, you're not going to be able to do the work on a tropical beach in Thailand. So when we're looking to fix things, look inside. We're going to fix the internal first, and that in turn is going to change our external. 2, you can make anything work. It's just up to you. Pick something that you feel passionate about, ideally. Stick with that thing. Fail as hard and as fast as you can, and just know that every failure, every mistake is one step closer to building something brilliant, because you have to make these mistakes at one point or another. So the sooner you make them, the better. The sooner you're through that period, the sooner you get those dirty reps out, and the sooner you can actually be living the life that you want to be living from day one. 3, don't do it with an end in mind. Don't do it thinking once I achieve X, Y, Z, it's over, it's finished, I can slack off. At the beginning, you're going to have to devote a lot of time to it. At the beginning, you're going to have to block off a portion of your life and say, okay, I have an obsession for this thing. I'm just going to dedicate time towards this. But as time goes on, you need to build up a structure that you can repeat every single day, 7 days a week, 4 weeks a month, 12 months a year, and not burn out. Something that you can be happy doing, something that's going to give you constant progress, and something which is not going to feel like a slog. And some days it's still going to feel like a challenge, but those are the days where we're going to push through anyway, because we understand it's just chemicals in our brain. It's just a temporary feeling. It's not actually who we are. It's not actually what's going on. So those are the 3 big things that I've learned in the past 18 months. Let me know in the comments some of the things that you've learned as you've been trying to build the life that you want, and some of the lessons you've taken away from that. So I hope you enjoyed this video, boys. Smash the like button, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you thought. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.